What's going on, everybody? Welcome to 563 Gaming. Go ahead and get started with some Satisfactory. So, I played this game quite a bit, but I wanted to start a new build with you guys. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump into a new game here. And I usually start in grass fields just because it's easy, but I think we're going to do something a little different this time. So there's Rocky Desert, Northern Forest, and the Dune Desert. Yeah, I think we're going to go Rocky Desert this time. With the tube, we are going to skip the intro just because if you haven't seen the intros of this game already, then I don't tell you. But I played enough of this. I don't really feel like starting and grinding for tier 1. So we're gonna go ahead and start the game. Yes, let's go. All right. Where is my audio? I do have audio. Okay. It sounded real quiet there for a second. Okay, so I am unfamiliar with this area, which is going to be interesting. So, what to do first? It's been a while since I played the game. What do we need here? What do we need here? Okay, let's get the hub. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's go find...
Potential and does not generate enough data for fix.
Okay. Ooh. Well, hello there. Give me this. And give me that. Okay. So we need to find iron. Yeah, we got a bunch of iron right over here. And over there. Looks like this is closer, so we're going to head this way. We'll eventually go and look for copper too, but for right now I want to get iron production up and running quickly. So, looks like we got some iron nodes right here. Next to this rock formation here. What grade are these? Okay, so that's normal. Good. Good. How many of these do we have? We got 1, 2, 3 of them. All right, let's go kill these things. That out of there. Give me that. Yes, we know. We can use the samples. Okay. All right, so we got 3 iron ore nodes right here. Said there was more than that, so let's explore a little bit more here. What else we got around this area? This. Okay, so there's another iron. Okay, so we got 2 more right here. Are these normal? Yep, normal. Okay, so we got 5 in total, like right close by. Good. And looks like we have some limestone. 6 in total. Another one right here. They're normal. Nice. So we got 6 ornaments. Where did you guys come? Ah, I see you. Go away, you stupid things. Oh, crap. I'm gonna die. Oh, there's one right here. I just didn't even see these things. Yep, there we go. Well, at least we didn't do anything. I'll meet you guys back over there. Okay, so I'm going to go clear those guys out here in a second. But I thought, as I was passing this, I was like, oh, well, why don't I just go ahead and throw down some of these bad boys. At least get the iron pumping. Now I'm going to go kill some stuff, and I'll be right back. Like that. And give me all my stuff back. Okay. Okay, so what I generally do when I play Satisfactory, and I can't say is I've gotten past, I think, like tier 6 while playing this game. So I can't really say that I've gotten super far into the game or anything. I mean, I've gotten probably maybe halfway. But what I usually do is I build these little small micro factories everywhere and then pump everything into like a singular area where I collect everything and do manufacturing separately. What I think I'm going to do this playthrough is attempt to make almost like a mega factory. So for now, obviously, we've got to start off with just your basic, production chains, just to get things going. But eventually what I would like to do is set up like a giant factory, so build up to a level where we're kind of above where these big rocks and stuff are, or build around these big formations, but have everything being pumped up into one big giant building that connects across the map. That's my eventual goal, is to into a single. That was weird. Did you? I have to check the video for that. But yeah, so why am I losing audio? What is going on here? Okay. So anyway, so let's open this. Grab all. For now, I think I'm going to set up in this general area. Well, let's see how far away the copper is. Oh, it's right over there. That's easy enough. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to set up in this general area right here. Just get some basic production chains down. So, I'm going to set up the hub kind of out over here. Why do I keep losing audio? What the hell is going on? Anyway. So we're going to grab our hub. We can always move this later if need be. Let's just drop it in right here. Where is it coming? There it is. Love this game. All right. Let's get in here. Let's interact. We need to select a milestone to get things going. So we're going to want this stuff pretty quick. We're also going to want this stuff, but we really just need all of it. But I think the easiest thing to do is going to be this one right off the jump. So we're going to grab that. And luckily it pins all our materials for us up in the right-hand corner. So actually where I need... Okay, so I didn't think about that. Give me just a second. Let me fix this. Okay, we're back. So up in that right-hand corner, underneath where I just was, that's where we're gonna all our stuff. So let's just get things rolling here. Mine this out. So let's go ahead and grab all, pick up miner. We'll do the same thing here. Okay, so production. We're going to need a miner. Yeah, let's have it coming out this way for now. We can always, without any losses, take these down and rebuild them later in different orientations if we need to. But for now, we're just got to get a basic setup. So we're going to do this for all three, but for right now, I'm just going to show you the basic setup. So we're going to do a miner, and then we're going to need that running into a smelter. Okay, I'm going to hold this down. So we're going to just pop that in right there. And then we're going to grab a belt. Put that into there. And then we need a constructor. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Come on, snap. There we go. There it is. We'll just drop that in there. So this is our basic setup for what we're going to need for iron plates for right now. So this one we'll do for iron plates. Eventually we're going to expand on this. But for now, this will get us where it started at least. So we're going to put this there. Boom. Okay. We're going to do the same setup over here, but we're going to set it up for iron rods as well, because there's two different iron materials we need at the basic beginning, and that's plates and rods. So I'll catch up with you guys when I'm all set up. Okay, so I got the two basic setups here. We're going to grab this. We're going to configure this for iron plates. As you can see, we have no power. We're going to address that here in just a moment. So that one needs to be configured for iron plates. This one needs to be configured for iron ingots. Okay, and we're going to copy these settings. And we're going to come over here. Settings pasted. And iron rods. Okay, now that's our two basic iron components, but nothing's running, right? No, well, that's because these machines take power. You know, like the standard miners don't take power. They just run on their own. I don't know if it's battery. I don't know if it's solar. I'm guessing solar. I don't know. But these, we have to have an external power source. So what are we going to do? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build a couple of biomass burners, and we're going to end up having to take these down and rebuild them. So it doesn't really matter where I put them right now, but I'm just going to drop them over here somewhere. And these can be automatically fed eventually, but for right now, one ought to do. And what we're going to do is we need to go over here. We need to collect up biomass, leaves, sticks, things like that. We burn it, and then we get power. So I'm just going to run around here and gather a bunch of stuff up. and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so as you can see in the hub, we have a workbench here. So I can convert these leaves and wood from my inventory into biomass. Now, you can put leaves and wood straight into a machine, but they're not as efficient as biomass itself. So and this process can be automated, but right now we, don't need to do that. We're just going to throw some stuff in. Okay, and then we're going to come over here. There goes my audio again. I don't know what is going on with this game, but I'm having so many audio issues. Okay, so now we're going to grab some power lines. Grab these. And I'm going to throw one of them here. Grab this. And let's throw that there. And we're going to connect these two machines, because you can only have up to 4, as you can see. So always make sure that, you got a line coming off so you can connect more. And like I said, this isn't going to be pretty. It doesn't have to be. This is just to get us going, get us off the ground and running. All right, so I'm out of copper wire, so we're only going to get these 3 machines functioning right now. And then we're going to head it, once we get the power turned on for here, we are going to go grab some copper. Okay, and that in there. That fires that up, and we should see these lights come on. Yep. So our miner's up and running. And we should start seeing ore getting pumped out here any minute. There we go. There's our iron ore going into our smelter. It should kick on. Yep. And there we go. We got our iron ingots coming out. And it'll hit this constructor, and that's to start producing plates. And there we go. Cool. All right, so I'm going to head over and start getting copper going. Catch up with you guys in a minute. Where's our miners? I know I picked up my portable miners, didn't I? Oh, I used them. That's right. I used all 4 of them. So we're going to have to craft miners. So, okay. One of the other things you're going to need is an equipment workshop. Grab this. I'll throw this down over here by the hub. It's kind of where we're going to be hanging out. Just throw this down wherever. So, in the hub, we have, our resource collection for Fix-It and a crafting bench. You can craft the regular crafting bench just by itself as well out somewhere if you need it. And also the equipment workshop. So here is where we're going to make our portable miners. So I'm just going to grab two of these. We're going to need them anyway. 3 works. Okay. Oh. While I'm here. So this is to craft like machines and tools. This is to craft materials. So we need copper ingots. I'm going to craft up a bunch of these, which is going to allow us to get wire. And then with wire, we can also get cable. All of this is going to be needed. Okay, so I got our wire. And let's head back over here and get the rest of our production chains going. Probably going to have to build another biomass burner here in a minute and get all of our production going. These are all materials we're just going to need to build stuff. Basic crafting so we can get the factory starting to be built. These. I can always pick these up later, but just so we have some extra copper on hand in case we need it. All right, so I'm gonna set this one up over here, and yeah, then we're gonna work on getting power going so we can start producing everything we need. I'll catch up with you once we're all set up. Okay, so we've got all the production stuff done, and we've hooked everything up to power. But here's the thing: all these machines, it's going to be way too much power for one biomass burner. And you can check out your stuff by clicking on any of the power-related things. So our capacity right now is at 30 megawatts, right? See, there we go. This is what happens when our capacity was 30 megawatts. Our max consumption is 52. And if your production, which is what you're actually using right then, goes past this number, if this number is higher than this number, you're going to blow a fuse and you're going to have to reset the entire system. So before we fire everything back up, can we make... No, we cannot. So I need to go make some iron rods. I'll catch up to you when I have everything I need, because we're probably going to build... We need 2 for everything that we have, but I'm going to build 3, and we'll only run 2, and then we'll just have the third one there ready. Configuration really doesn't matter. We're going to redo all this once we get other things go. Okay, so now we're missing plates. But we don't have to make plates because I can just run over here to this machine. And there we go. I got plates. Grab another one of these. I'm still missing wire too. All right, whatever. 2's fine. Apparently I'm not doing 3. Oh. All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to grab you. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to grab you. I'm going to put you there. So we had to disconnect that line. All right, so now we're going to grab you. And then reconnect to there. Okay, now I'm going to go make some more biomass, fill up the things, and then we should have our production chains up and running. I didn't realize we had one of these by the home base. Yeah, you're going to die. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, so let's open this up. I split everything that I had as much in half as possible. Okay, so we got that and that. And we're gonna come over here, grab this one, Okay. Let's split that again. We'll throw that one in there. And then we'll throw the rest in this one over here. So yeah, max you can put in there is 200. All right. We'll have some leftover biomass. Good enough. Okay, so now we're gonna just click on any part of this. And even with everything running, we're not gonna overshoot this. So until these run out of biomass, we should be good. And just for a helpful hint on things, what I usually like to do, anytime I'm running around and I start seeing, this kind of stuff, it's just, as I'm moving around through places, exploring different things, just grab stuff as you move along. Because in the early game, you're going to need it until you unlock, like, coal production and get automated power. So for the first good while, at first hours and hours of the game, you're going to be using biomass to power everything. So, okay. So what I didn't do was set these up. So we need to set these up for copper. And this one for copper. And then this one we're going to do wire. And this one we're also going to do wire. Now we can further this production chain, one of these to give us cable. So we have dedicated cable production as well as wire production. So why don't we do that now? Might as well. We're going to need the cable anyway. So we'll run that production. We're going to need another constructor. I'm missing reinforced iron plates. Okay, well, I gotta go craft. You know what? Crafting bench. Can I make these? Reinforced iron plates. I need... Oh, limestone. Right. So that. There we go. So this is our basic metal production, but there is another thing we're going to need a lot of, and that is limestone. And I forgot that when you start by skipping, you start with a lot of limestone. So I know we have a limestone node over here. Let's go collect up some limestone. Okay, so we've got a few nodes around. Closest ones are both right over here. I don't know why I'm zapping limestone. All right, and then production, miner. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go craft up everything I need to get this up and running, and then meet you back here once we're ready to build it. Okay, so there we go. And then we need a constructor. You don't need to smelt, because you don't smelt stone, really. What do I need? Reinforced iron plates? We're back again. Okay. And now, go to production. Constructor. That in there. And we want this making concrete. It needs 45 limestone per minute. This is only producing, oh, this is producing 60 per minute. Nice. So we can maximize this pretty well later on, but we'll get into that, later. So now we need to hook this up to power. And let's check on our power. How are we doing on power? Ooh, max consumption is 61, capacity 60. Crazy. All right. Now that we've got all our production going, we can go to organization and we can just punch out a couple of these as well. Right there. Because each of these only has constructors only has a limited amount of storage, so you just want to throw down a few of these storage containers so you can get more stuff. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run around and spread these around, and then we're probably gonna send off our first milestone shipment here in just a moment. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get these set up. Okay, so we got the rest of what we needed. Let's go send this sucker off and get our first milestone taken care of. So this game, at the very beginning is quite the grind, but as you build up and get more automated, it gets a lot better. So early game, a lot of grinding, a lot of, just hand making materials, but as you get to that point where everything is getting more and more automated, then it just becomes more about factory builds, which is Satisfactory. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to the hub, grab this, and we're going to push the big red button. Kaboom. I love this part.
Milestone
so loads
reached.
That up in there.
Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Okay. All right, so that's going to be going. As you can see in the top right corner over there, it returns in a minute, and then we can send off another one if we had the materials. So we're going to go here. We're going to select this milestone. We should have most of this, so we might be able to go knock that out real quick. So while that's sending that off, let's go gather up the materials that we need. Actually, the limiting material right now is the limestone. That's the slowest production that we have is limestone. Just in time. All right, so then again, boom, boom, boom. Send it.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in, visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out, feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Okay. So the next thing we're going to want to get is this final thing. We have not set up factory for screws yet, and I'm not going to until next episode probably. that's where we're going to get into some real actual building stuff. We're not going to do that in this episode. So, but I can make screws fairly fast. And why is that squeaky toy going off? My dog is crazy. All right, so we're going to select this milestone. And you can always put some of your materials in. Like, oh, the pod's not back. I can't put them in there yet. Yeah, the pod has to be here in order to put in the materials. But by the time we are done making all the screws we need, we should have enough of product elsewhere to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft up a bunch of stuff by hand, and then I'll be back when we're ready to send off the final pod, and then we're probably going to end the episode because, yeah, I wanted to get through Tier 1 today and show you guys just the basic setup. See you in a minute. Okay, so here we are. We're back. We've got everything we need. Let's go back into the hub. Let's get this final milestone reached and get into the Tier 2 stuff, okay? So next episode, we'll worry about actually starting to build up the factory a little bit, you know, get the logistics going, and then, yeah, we're going to get into that. So let's go ahead and blop, blop, blop. Let's hit the red button.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived...
Shut up. Okay, so what we're going to do is next episode we're going to focus on probably redoing a lot of these, building up... What is going on with the audio? Building up to, like, the start of our mega factory floor. You know, we're going to, like, start... and getting some stuff done where we can run all these raw resources up to a floor and just get some nice organized production going. That'll probably start next episode. Yeah, then we can get into Tier 2 for part assemblies. We're gonna really need this. This is power big time. So this will probably be the very next milestone I go for. Because as much as this stuff is nice, power is going to be our choke point at this point. So we're going to need this obstacle clearing, which gives you the chainsaw and then the ability to craft solid biofuel, which just helps you automate your power at least to the maximum point before we get into coal, which will be after we build the space elevator. So... but I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's going to end this episode. Yeah, come back and check out the next one if you want to see me really kick off the mega factory and start building up. So, till next time, have a good day.